Rui, what's your ideal position to defend? Like, obviously, you've had to defend just about everybody, but like, if you had to say, like, put me on wings, put me on bigs, like, where do you feel like you're most effective?
Defense?
Yes, defensively.
I mean, I probably like 3-4. Power forward. I like to guard power forward. Because I can be physical. I can use my quickness. All that. But yeah, I think those kind of the wings 3-4 is going to be my kind of strength strength to kind of guard the guys. Yeah.
What does the coaching staff ask you to focus on, particularly this preseason, as far as helping this team be better on that end of the floor?
Just being more vocal. This is my 7th year now. There's a lot of new guys here, so they want me to be more vocal. Communicate with these guys. Yeah, those kind of stuff they told me to.
Whether it's because of the off-season additions like Jake and DeAndre, or healthier Vando, or even you, Austin, just having better familiarity with the coaching staff, what they're asking of you, is there a feeling that this year's team can be a better offensive rebounding team compared to last year's team?
Yeah, we're more physical, for sure, and we're more athletic. And there's guys that very active, on both ends. So yeah, I think you might be right. We might be more aggressive on the offense, rebounding and all that. So
how do you balance that with the transition defense?
We just got to see. First, I think we still haven't practiced with LeBron yet. It's a different dynamic if LeBron plays too. So we got to see that, and yeah, Luka and all that. Everybody, we can run the whole, whole game. So yeah, we're gonna see how we go.
How has your relationship with Luka kind of developed in the chemistry between you guys? How would you describe it?
Yeah, he's he's fun. He's just being around. We always messing around each other. But yeah, I think for him, I always forget that he's younger than me. It's crazy. He's like 25, right? 26.
26.
Yeah, I'm 27. So, but yeah, he been in the league for a while. He been around a lot. Longer than me. He teach me a lot of stuff. He always want to communicate with me about what do you want me to do. Being on the floor. When he's doing this and that. So those kind of fun stuff. And we also talk about fun stuff. Some random stuff. So
what's an example of something random?
I don't know. We talk about his country, Serbia. He loves Serbia music, so we always talk about how bad Serbian music is. And I always listen to Afrobeats, so he always trying to say that Afrobeats is bad. So yeah, we're trying to compete, kind of.
You were a college All-American. You were somebody who everything, or a lot of things at Gonzaga, kind of ran through you. And you had to, when you came to the NBA, you had to learn how to fit in around other great players. How hard of a process is that? How tough is that?
It's
I guess
different.
Do you see some of that with Dalton?
Yeah, you gotta change your mindset. You gotta find your role. How you can fit in the team. They're not already gonna tell you what to do. You kind of gotta see, okay, what do you need on this team? You gotta see, okay, what's the things that they're asking. They see more the things that they don't. They need more. So for me, it's just be aggressive on the 3 points. Those kind of stuff, the rebounds, run on the transition. Those kind of stuff. Using my body. Physical, be more physical on both hands. A lot of stuff. I watch film. I play with these guys so many games. Kind of learn. Each game. Kind of feel that. And build a chemistry, So those kind of stuff, it's hard to, kind of say that, oh, you have to do this and that. You kind of got to feel it, and you can kind of fit in.
How many texts did you get yesterday about LeBron?
Yeah. I mean, a couple of texts, but I text him too.
You texted LeBron?
Yeah.
Just to make sure?
Yeah, but he's using those weird emoji. I don't even know what that means. But, I didn't understand at all, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah. He'll have to do those kind of stuff. So surprises, right?
Yeah.
Rui, you mentioned no one tells you your role. You kind of have to learn it. What have you told those E10 two-way guys fighting for a spot, what this Lakers team needs and the kind of role that they need to have?
What did I tell them?
Yeah. Like when you talk to them, what have you talked about those kind of things, the intricacies of finding a role in the NBA?
Oh yeah, I mean, they one of the guys asked me how I can fit, they can fit on the team and what. It's harder, because you gotta kind of for those guys, they have to get into somewhere that they already have a position. You know, they already full basically. You know, so you have to kind of fight through. You know, but I think the other practice, you know, even today, Nate too. You know, he was trying to get going for our guys. You know, he was just trying to talk to the guys. You know, but those kind of stuff. You know, you gotta kind of show show yourself who you are, and that's what the coaches see, right? So. Some games we need that, some games we don't, but whatever, those kind of stuff, just little by little, you have to kind of step, get into whatever rotation, and you have to kind of hold the spot. So, but for me, it's a little different. I got drafted and I was starting right away, so it's hard to say to people like that, but that's what I see from what I've seen so far.
この前の試合の後に今シーズンは少しより大きな役割を与えられているのでっていうふうに言ってましたけども、昨シーズンより大きくなった役割っていうのはどんなところに違いを感じますか？
もうちょっとリーダーシップですかね。今7面でもありますし。